Hi YouTube, my name is Jasmine and welcome back to the College Treehouse. Hello everyone, how are you doing? I hope you are doing well. If this is your first time at the College Treehouse, I want to give a big welcome. This is our channel, and I also want to say a little bit about what the College Treehouse is. So essentially this channel is run by a bunch of incoming freshmen, so we will be going into college in the fall, and we're sort of going to be documenting our journey as well as helping you guys and some high school underclassmen with their journey through the college application process. So most of our videos previously have been how I got in videos. Definitely go check those out. I will link those in the cards up there. But today we are going to start the first in a new series of videos, which is essentially giving advice to high schoolers. So by the title you know, this video is going to be 10 things that you must do before starting your senior year, or essentially things that rising seniors or current juniors should do in the summer going into their senior year. So that's what this video is. It is not just me today. I am also joined by Mehmet and Adriana. We will be giving you guys the 10 tips and we hope they will be helpful. So let's just get straight into it.
1. Create or work on an existing passion project. So what is a passion project? This can be any activity, event, campaign, initiative, organization, idea that you have about a topic that you care about. Personally, for me, I really want to work with education equity. And so between my sophomore and junior year, I founded an organization called SF Change. And since then, we have provided tens of thousands of students with free educational workshops. Between my junior and senior year, I spent it building it up. So working on its media and outreach, connecting with new community partners, fundraising, getting grants, working on its curriculum, etc. But the point is, if you have some time between school years where you're not as busy, definitely work on building your community in the ways that you can. A few examples of this could be working on a workshop at your local community library. This could be starting a book drive or shoe drive for students in your community. Work on anything that you are passionate about that you know you can make an impact with.
The second thing you must do before your senior year is that you must prepare and take the SAT. Now, I know in past years the SAT has been test optional due to COVID-19. Harvard, for example, is still going to expand their test optional policy up until 4 years from now at the bare minimum. However, some universities like MIT are removing their test optional policies and are requiring the SAT or the ACT once again. So if you're planning to apply to some of these schools, then you should prepare to take the SAT or the ACT, as it will help your college application. Set a study schedule for yourself in the summer. You have all the free time to do that. Study up, and since the SAT is offered in June and August and the ACT is offered in June or July, you have plenty of test dates to choose from and choose a test that you think will suit you best. But you're going to want to have that SAT or ACT score secured by the beginning of your senior year to form the most cohesive, strong college application.
Okay, so the third thing is to get some real life experience. So this should essentially mean getting research opportunities, doing internships, going out and traveling, or getting real work experience. Pretty much anything to give you some experience and preferably something that you can use towards your college applications. This summer is really your last chance to pretty much boost your resume and get real experiences that you could potentially write about in those college essays, because those are super duper important. And so for this one, I would really just say try to get out your comfort zone and try to get real experience, preferably get experience in something that you want to go into in the future. So for instance, I'm really interested in politics, and so I did an internship with a congresswoman over the summer. I also did an internship where I was essentially campaigning for a political campaign. I just essentially went out and did political internships. I also did a summer abroad program, and I did some travel, and all of these experiences made it into my college essays, so I definitely think they were important, not only to boost my resume and to get real life working experience, but also to help me grow as a person and then make myself go on a little bit of a growth journey. So definitely go out there and get some sort of job, intern, research, travel, any sort of mind-opening or growth catalyzing experience.
Number 4, start brainstorming college essay ideas and topics. Now, I know this sounds daunting because personally, I dreaded beginning my college application process. However, I found it really helpful between my junior and senior year summer to start writing down ideas of stories, attributes, characteristics that I wanted to convey in my college applications. This can be as simple as opening a notes document on your phone and keeping down any ideas that come up in your head. Also, you can have a little piece of paper or post-it on your desk to write down ideas. Near the end of summer, it's also helpful to at least get started on a document with putting some of these ideas into words. One way to help you get started, if you don't know where to start, is to look online for past common application prompts. Also, it's helpful to look at the UC prompts. For me, I applied to different UCs, but you may not. I still think that they are really helpful to come up with general essay topics, which can then be transformed to different applications or scholarships. So take a look at some existing prompts, write down a few ideas and maybe a few stories, experiences that you want to convey. And by the end of summer, hopefully you will have a good list or at least a good foundation for what you will write in the fall.
The next task that you're going to want to get done before your senior year, ideally in that summer before, is to start preparing your college list. Now, summer before senior year is the perfect time to begin planning your college applications, and that starts with your college list. You're going to want to start developing some schools that you're going to apply for in the future. You want to have ideally a strong mix of target, reach, and safety schools that you can use in your application. Target schools are schools that you think you can be admitted to, such as schools within your state that you're a strong competitive candidate for. Reach schools are schools that are really difficult, that it might be harder for you to target, but you can still try to apply. And safety schools are schools such as community colleges that are really easy to get into, that you can apply to just to have on the side in case the rest of your applications don't go well. Research some schools, find what you think will fit you best, and prepare a list of colleges that you can whittle down and edit as the summer goes on. The next thing that you should consider doing before your senior year in that junior year summer is college visits. Personally, for me, my college visits helped me know what colleges I would fit in best. For example, I toured quite a few of the Ivy League schools, and I knew that Columbia didn't fit my style. When I visited and actually walked on the campus and toured the buildings. So I was able to knock that off my list. However, I realized that schools like Stanford and Harvard really did fit my interest, and I was able to tell myself that I wanted to work harder on those applications. So going on a college visit allows you to kind of gain a feel of how that college campus will be like. What's the student culture like? Is it an urban, rural, suburban town? What's the weather like? You're going to want to be able to experience that in real life, of course, permitting that you're able to travel. But if you're not able to travel, you can always go on virtual visits as well, as many colleges have added this feature to their websites.
Okay, so the seventh thing that you must do is make a brag sheet for yourself. So if you've never heard of a brag sheet, essentially it is a list of accomplishments and things that you have done throughout your high school career. It is essentially a resume, but not quite. Brag sheets should be given to your teachers when they do letters of recommendation for you. So to give an example, in my brag sheet, I talked about all of my extracurricular activities, but I also talked about my passions, things that are important to me, and things that I especially want my recommender to mention in their recommendation. So this one's pretty simple. You can find multiple different templates online. Many people have different templates and advice on what to include in a brag sheet letter. Just do like a quick Google search. You can find a template, start filling it out, and then have those brag sheets prepared to give to your teachers in the fall or in the summer or right now, which is perfect timing before summer even starts, to just have those brag sheets to be able to give to teachers so that they can write you letters of recommendation. And this number 7 essentially leads us right into our 8th thing that you must do before going into your senior year, which is solidify your letters of recommendation. So now that you have your brag sheet, make sure that you know exactly which 2 teachers are going to be doing your letters of recommendation. So it is highly, highly, highly suggested that the 2 letters of recs that you get are from teachers who teach core subjects. However, there are definitely exceptions for this. Another thing that must be mentioned is that your letters of recommendation should be coming from teachers who taught you in your junior year. Sophomore year is a little bit far away and teachers can sort of forget some things. You want your recommender to have you fresh in their memory and be able to essentially ramble on about all the great things about you. So that is why it's important to pick someone who taught you in junior year. And so back to the whole core subject thing, I personally broke a couple rules, but like it worked out. Okay, so I had a teacher who taught me in sophomore year for a core subject, but he also taught me for an elective in my junior year. And so he kept teaching me. He was still my teacher, but he wasn't a teacher of a core subject. However, he also moderated the club that I founded and was president of. So I ended up having him write one of my letters of recommendation because he taught me in a core subject at one point in time. And also he was my club moderator. So it just made sense. So yes, there are exceptions to these rules, but essentially you should get a letter of recommendation from one of your core subject teachers and also someone from your junior year. And also, to be mentioned, your guidance counselor is also writing you a letter of recommendation. So make sure you identify who you're going to be asking to write you a letter of recommendation and have those brag sheets prepared and send those off to your guidance counselor as well as your teachers.
Number 9 is to take classes at a community college. This can be a local one if you have access to one. I know that there are also existing online community colleges where you can get started on either exploring your interests or also getting credit for your high school or college. Personally, I took geometry between my freshman and sophomore year, so I didn't have to take it at school. And I also used the summer between my junior and senior year to take classes on international relations and business to explore my interests and figure out what I wanted to do in college. I found them to be very helpful because it was low stakes, especially if you do it for no credit, to just get involved and keep up your academic engagement throughout the summer. And number 10, have fun. This is your summer after all, so please relax and try not to stress if you can help it. I know between especially junior and senior year summer, it can be very stressful with college applications coming up. So definitely go on walks, hang out with friends, read books to your heart's desire, whatever helps you de-stress. Make sure you find some time to do so throughout your summer.
Okay, well, that was a list of 10 things that you should do before going into your senior year. Essentially, 10 things that current juniors should be preparing for and doing before they start their senior year. I hope that this video was helpful. Please save it, add it to your watch later, maybe go back, take some notes on what those 10 things are, put it in a planner. Just keep these things in your mind because they definitely are very helpful and will be extremely, extremely important in your college application process. So, once again, I hope this was helpful. We just want to say thank you for sticking around until the end of the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be notified anytime we post a new video. We're going to be uploading more how I got in videos, as well as more advice videos like this, so stick around for those. But anyway, I hope you have a good day or night and stay safe. Bye!